Let's solve this question here. Here's the question. You are given a cubic function here, y equals to ax minus 27x cubed. And then there's a horizontal line intersecting this curve here at the value of c. And the function of this horizontal line is y equals to c. And c is a constant. Okay. What you have to do is find the value of c so that the area of the shaded region here and the area of the shaded region here are equal. So how do you do this? Now, here, let's look at this together. We know that if we integrate from this value 0 until this x-intercept here, under the curve y equals to ax minus 27x cubed, you get the area under this whole curve here, this area here. Okay, but right away you also know that this is a horizontal line, right? So if you integrate from this point here until this point here of y equals to c, you get the area of this region here, which is a rectangle. So you don't have to do integral to find this area here, but you can do it if you want to. Then if I subtract this area from this area here under the cubic function, I will get the area of 1, 2, and 3, right? If I subtract the total area under this curve, this cubic curve, by the area of this rectangle, I will get the area of the total of 1, 2, and 3, right? Okay. That's how you start doing that. I know it's not getting to the answer yet, but at least you will start doing that, right? Okay, let's call this area 4, okay? So what we have to do is find the value of c. So the area 1 is equal to area 4 here. Okay, so let's come up with an equation or integral that can find the area of 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, here. Area of 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to, now the integral of from 0 to this x-intercept here under the cubic function. Now, at this point, we don't know what this value is and what this value is, right? Let's call this value A, let's call this value B, and let's call this x-intercept value K. Then I will integrate from 0 to K, right? Under the cubic function, ax minus 27x cubed. So here, ax minus 27x cubed dx, right? Now subtract the area of this region here under the horizontal line. So we have to integrate from A to B, right? So subtract integral from A to B. Now, this function is just c. So you integrate c dx. Okay, so this is the area of 1 plus 2 plus 3, okay? 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now, we don't know the value of a and b, but we can find the value of k by finding the x-intercept of the cubic function, ax minus 27x cubed. Okay, let's do that. To find the x-intercept, right? So find the value of k. So you said 0 equals to ax minus 27x cubed. Now, factor the x out. You have 0 equals to x times a minus 27x squared, right? Okay, now from here you have x equals to 0 or a minus 27x squared equals to 0. So this will be a equals to 27x squared. Now x squared is equal to a over 27. Now take the square root of both sides. You have x equals to the square root of course, positive or negative, right? A over 27. Okay, now do we take plus or minus here? Notice that k here is positive, right? So we have to take the plus side here. So k is equal to square root of a over 27. Okay, now you can find the integral of this. K is square root of a over 27. Okay, so let's do this. Integral of 0 to square root of a over 27, right? Ax minus 27x cubed dx. Okay, that's just basic integral. So add 1 to the power, divide by the new power, right? X to the 4th divided by 4. Evaluate from 0 to square root of a over 27. Okay, let's put that in. So that is 4x squared, right? And x is here. Square root of a over 27 square minus, this is 27 over 4, times square root of a over 27 to the 4 minus, okay, if you put 0 here and here, that's just 0. Okay. What's this equal to? 32 over 27 minus 64, right? This one is 64 over 729 minus 0. Find the common denominator. You have 864 over 729 minus 64 over 729. Okay, minus 0 is just nothing. Okay, so it's okay. That is 800 over 729. So this is the value. Also, that's the area under the cubic function, which is this part here. Now, how about this part here? Now, here. Okay, let's do it here. Integral of c dx from a to b, right? Here. Integral of a to b, right? Of c dx, right? Okay, so here. So this is just equal to c times x, right? Evaluate from a to b. That will give me c times b minus a. Okay, so the area 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 800 over 729 minus this, c times b minus a. Okay, so that's area 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now notice that here, what we really want is that we only want area 1 here. We don't want 1 plus 2 plus 3. So what do we have to do? We have to take the total area of 1 plus 2 plus 3, subtract the area of 2 and 3, right? To get the area of 1, and then we can compare with area 4. How do we do this? Now, we can do this. The area of 2 here is really the integral from 0 to a under the cubic function, right? Yes. The area of 3 is really the integral from b to k under the cubic function, right? Yes. So we just have to subtract that, right, to get area 1. Now, how do we get area 4? It's also easy because it's the total area here, which is the area of the rectangle, right? Subtract the area 2, which is the area under this cubic function from 0 to a. Now we get area 4. Okay, so let's do that. Before we do that, we can see another useful piece of information here. As you see here, right? This is the value of C. The y value is C here at this intersection and this intersection. So if I put value A into x here, I get y equals to C, right? If I put value B here into this point here, which is x here, I still get y equals to C, right? So I can write this. Here. A times A minus, okay, let me write this. A times A minus 27 times A cubed is equal to C. And A times B minus 27B cubed is equal to C as well. Okay, we will use this piece of information later. Now, let's do what I just talked about. Area 1 is equal to area 1 plus 2 plus 3 subtract area 2 and area 3. So how do we do this? Now, we already know that area 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to this, right? Okay, let me write this. Area 1 is equal to this 800 over 729 minus C times B minus A minus area 2. And area 2 is the integral from 0 to a under the cubic function. Right? Yeah, this region here. Okay, here. Integral from 0 to a of the cubic function. Now next, subtract area 3. Which is the integral from b to k under the cubic function here. So that's area 1. Now, what is area 4? What's that equal to? This whole area minus area 2 here. You can use integral as well, right? So it's the integral under the curve y equals to c from 0 to a minus the area from 0 to a under the cubic function here. Which is this. Integral from 0 to a c dx minus integral from 0 to a under the cubic function. Now, this one is really obvious. It's just c times a minus 0, right? Let's write it like this. Now, area 1 equals to area 4, right? We have to set it like that. Now, set area 1 equals to area 4. So that means this equals to this. Let me write it again. Okay, like this. But as you can see here, this side here subtract integral from 0 to a, the cubic function, and also subtract integral from 0 to a, the cubic function on the other side as well. So this and this cancel out. What I have left is this. Okay, now, so we have to solve this. Okay, let's distribute the c here first. Minus c times b plus, right? Minus minus become plus c times a minus this. Now, this is just c times a, right? C times 0 is 0. Okay, now, notice that if I subtract c times a from both sides, I can cancel this out, right? Okay, but I want to move the c value on one side, right? So I can isolate c. Okay, now this and this cancel out. And I will move minus c times b to one side. So become plus, right? So now c times b is equal to this minus this. To isolate c, divide both sides by b. Now, what do we do next? We evaluate the integral first. Okay. Right? Add 1 to the power divided by new power, we have right? 4x squared minus 27 over 4 times x to the 4th. Evaluate from b to k. Now, we know what k is, right? From before. K is square root of 8 over 27. So here, right? This is square root of 8 over 27. Now divide by b. Okay, so now evaluate this. So this will be 4 times square root of 8 over 27 square minus 27 over 4 times square root of 8 over 27 to the 4th minus, let me use this bracket. Now 4 times b squared, right? If you put in b minus 27 over 4 times b to the 4th, all divided by b. Here, like this. Okay, so what's this? Now this is the same as this. Now, let me take away the bracket now, right? So this is minus, minus, minus become plus. So we have 800 over 729 minus, this is 32 over 27 plus 64 over 729 minus, minus become plus, right? So plus 4b squared minus, right? Minus, minus, minus become minus. 27 over 4 b to the 4th, or divide by b. Okay, so this one here, what's this? C is equal to 800 over 729 minus, this is the same as 864 over 729 plus 64 over 729 plus 4b squared minus 27 over 4b to the 4th, all divided by b. And notice that this and this and this cancel out. What I have left is just 4b squared minus 27 over 4b to the 4th over b, right? That's equal to c. Okay, let me write here. And of course, we can cancel our b here. We have c equals to 4b minus 27 over 4b to the cube. Okay, let's do this. Right? Move everything to the left side. We have 27 over 4 b to the cube minus 4b plus c equals to 0. Multiply both sides by 4. We have 27b cubed minus 16b plus 4c equals to 0. So what do we do now? You have one equation with two variables, b and c, two unknowns. But come back to here. We know that here, right? C is also equal to AB minus 27b cubed. So we can put into C here, okay? So we have this. Okay, so we can do this. 27b cubed minus 16b plus 4 times AB minus 27b cubed. That's equal to 0. Because this is also equal to C, right? So 27b cubed minus 16b plus 32b minus 4 times 27 is 108b cubed equal to 0. Now group the right terms. This will become, now this is 16b minus this is 81b cubed equal to 0. Divide both sides by b, right? We have 16 minus 81 b squared equal to 0. Now 81b squared is equal to 16. b squared is equal to 16 over 81. Take the square root of both sides, right? Plus or minus 16 over 81. Now, do we take plus or minus? Again, look back here. The value b here is positive. So we take the plus side. Right? So b is equal to square root of 16 over 81. Square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 81 is 9. So b is equal to 4 over 9. Okay, now we have b. We can calculate c. Coming back here. Right? We know b. We can just put into b here, and we can calculate what c is, which is the answer to the question. Here. So, c is equal to a times b minus 27b cubed. And b is this, right? So we have c equals to a times 4 over 9 minus 27 times 4 over 9 cubed. C is equal to 32 over 9 minus 64 over 27. C is equal to, now find the common denominator, which will become 96 over 27 minus 64 over 27. C is equal to 32 over 27. Now that's the answer to the question. If the value c is equal to 32 over 27, the shaded area here and the shaded area here will be equal to each other. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you.